Between inflation, another variant of COVID, climate change, and all the unrest happening all over the world, your newsfeed is full of stories that scare and stress us out. So why can't you stop reading them? Teresa Strasser looks at the unhealthy trend called doom scrolling and how to avoid being a victim.
For most of us, we wake up and immediately grab our phones and start scrolling through our social media feeds for the day's news. But according to a study from the Ohio State University Medical Center, more than half of Americans say their social media habits have changed due to all the unrest of the past few years. Welcome to doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling describes this activity when we continuously scroll through negative or distressing news, despite this news causing us to feel depressed and anxious.
We spoke to mental health expert Dr. Kasey Nichols. He shares 3 things you should know about this emerging habit. So why are we doom scrolling?
We have a lot going on in the world right now, and this taps the brain network that we've developed over time, which motivates us to seek out information so we can resolve this stress.
He says the idea of scrolling through endless news articles can create an illusion that we will ultimately find that one piece of information that would make everything better.
It hits a part of our brain called our amygdala, and that's our threat sensing part of our brain, where we want to know what's the threat so we can handle it in the future.
Dr. Nichols says consuming all this bad info can lead to real health problems.
Do you feel more tension when you're scrolling through your news? Do you feel decreased energy by the time you're done?
These symptoms can cause long-term issues like difficulty sleeping, anxiety, and depression. And all this can lead to even bigger health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and obesity.
If you're feeling any kind of depression or anxiety, it's important that you get it checked out by your mental health professional.
So how do we curb the urge to doom scroll?
One of the most important things is to be cognizant of the news that we're consuming. That's recognizing the problem.
And then set boundaries for yourself.
Set a timer and limit the amount of negative news that we're consuming, and also not consuming it too close to bedtime.
And of course, try to seek out some uplifting content to end your day.
End on a positive news story or a couple stories. That kind of flips the switch into a positive realm.
Keeping you informed, happy, and healthy. 3 things to know about doom scrolling.